this is the second part of chapter number 2, which is nature and objectives of business. So the first question which we are going to deal with today is that why is business necessary for society? So if we talk about that, what are the necessities of the business, or you get importance of the business, any word, if it is right, it is asked for you in the question, there was a significance of the business. So what are the importances of the business? That means if the businesses are existing, what importance do they provide to us? The first one is to remove poverty. Right? So you just need to learn the points so that you can write the inner material with your own creativity. So first point is to remove poverty. We want that the people who are leading in the rural sectors, or they are not up to a grading, right? The people who do not even have access to the basic necessities of life, we want to remove that poverty, right? That means everybody should be capable at least this much, that he can utilize the basic necessities of life, which is food, clothing and shelter. So these are the basic things, basic necessities which are required by everybody. So these poverty people, we have to reduce their poverty, right? Or we can say, obviously we cannot completely say that the completely poverty can be eradicated, but yes, we can at least try to remove it or reduce it. Right? So the first point is poverty. Now linking to poverty, I would just make a link between all the 5 points. So if people are to be reduced from poverty, what can be done? How can we reduce poverty? We can provide them employment opportunities. So second point comes out is to provide them with employment opportunities, right? You give them employment opportunities, they will get money, right? And then you can say the poverty level would at least reduce from the country. The persons who will have employment, they will earn money. When they will earn money, the poverty will automatically get removed. Right? Now linking the third point to the employment, how can we provide employment? We can open a business and we can employ people, right? Either the people can be skilled people, or they can be semi-skilled, or they can be unskilled, right? But we can at least provide employment to the people who are below poverty line. That means for the BPL category, we are working and we are providing them with employment opportunities. Now if a person has employment opportunity, what will happen? Poverty to remove हो गई, ठीक है. Next step, what will happen is their standard of living will increase. So it helps to increase standard of living of people. That means if I have money, then my standard of living will automatically rise, right? If I am buying a product at 10 rupees, but now if I earn more money, I will buy something superior to that. If I have more money, I will buy something superior to that. So my standard of living will automatically increase, right? This will help me to lead all the customers to purchase new and good variety of products at reasonable prices, right? So they will at least provide them with a wide range of products and services. Everybody's standard of living will improve with monetary thing, and monetary we are giving them by providing them employment opportunities. Right? Now linking the third point with the fourth one, if we have good standard of living, we can think of doing our own business. Once I acquire some wealth, right? I have earned money, I have acquired some wealth, then what will be my next motive? My next motive will be that I can work independently, right? Or many people, they learn businesses, they learn or they get training from some businesses and they open their own business, right? So when the country will be on a growth thing, what will happen? We will export goods, right? And then we will earn foreign exchange. Exporting will lead to what? It will lead to foreign exchange coming into the country, which is very good for the development of the country, right? So we just link the points that first we will remove poverty. How? We will give them employment. When we give them employment, their standard of living will improve. When the standard of living improve, the country's standard of living will also improve by earning foreign exchange. That means we will earn dollars. With the economic independence, you can say, of the country, which the goods which are not produced in the outside countries, we can provide them by producing those countries in those products in our country. Right? Now when we have earned good foreign exchange, our country has developed, what will we do? We will try to work for the society, that is social welfare, right? So we have to work for the welfare of the society also. Where we are living, we have to provide welfare to them. We have to think about the nation also, right? So our main aim is to work for the society. We will open new hospitals, we will open new schools, new colleges, museums, arts, right? These will give what? This will give employment to some people and the welfare of the society which is on the backward range, that will come onto the upfront, right? And we will be able to utilize all the resources. So you can just learn these 5 points by interlinking them. This was the first topic. Now the second topic for this is that why is business called an economic activity? The second question we are going to deal is, why is business called an economic activity? I told you what is economic activity. Anything which involves money. So the first thing, why it is called an economic activity? Because we are earning profit out of it, and profit is earned in the form of money. So anything which is related to monetary aspect, it is called an economic activity. So the basic objective of the business is to sell the goods or services at a profit. That means the goods are produced at a cost price but they are sold at a selling price. The profit margin has to be included in that. What will happen? This will not only satisfy the wants of the people, but also this will satisfy the wants of the businessman, because the businessman cannot survive if he does not earn much profits. So the main objective of the businessman is to sell the goods or services for earning profit. So monetary aspect gives you that we need to generate wealth, we need to earn profit. Second point, business activity, what will happen? It will, you can say, reduce any wastage. We can also write optimum utilization of resources. The first word, the first terminology which you can use is optimum utilization of resources, which itself means that no wastage, right? We do not want that any natural resources should be wasted from our country. We need not do any wastage, or we need not waste any of the natural resources which are existing in our society. So we have to make use of scarce resources, right? Because all the resources are in a limited category. We have land, we have air, we have everything, we have raw material, but all these are scarce resources. So we have to use them in a very efficient way, in a very effective way, because all the things whichever resources are used for the business, they have to be used in an optimum way so that no wastage is being done. Now coming to the third point, business activities, what does it help? It also helps to satisfy. So the next word is satisfaction. So you can link all the points in the form that we are satisfying the goods, satisfying the needs of the users, that is the consumers, the public, and also of the businessman. So it provides, so it gives satisfaction to the public as well as the businessman, in the form that the public is able to get the satisfaction by using the goods, and the businessman is able to satisfy himself by earning the profit. He can feed his family, he can use the money for his own purposes. So this generates an income for the businessman and it gives satisfaction to the public, right? So the third topic for now we are taking is, what is the role of profit in business? So if the business earns profit, what role is the profit providing to the business? The first point is the profit provides incentive to the business. Incentive is that you are working somewhere, you get some reward, right? So the word you can use in place of incentive is what? Reward. When we do some effort for something and we get a reward, it is a profit in case of the businesses. When we do a business, we earn profit, so it becomes a reward for me. And the reward is actually for the self motivation of a person. If I work, I get money, I become happy, I work more harder, right? So this reward actually gives me a self motivation, right? Second thing, the profit also provides the business to survive easily. If I am able to earn some reward, I can survive easily. My smooth functioning, my smooth working can go on. That means the business can work properly, right? So this gives you you can say a protection from all the risks. You can survive easily without facing any adverse situations, or if any adverse situations come, you are capable of facing those risks in life, right? Because business has so many trade cycles. There is many a times the business is on a boom, many a times it is on depression. So you have to see that the business is able to cope up in all the situations, right? Third point is growth. If we earn profit, we acquire wealth. When we acquire wealth, we accumulate funds. We accumulate funds, which gives us more growth opportunities, right? We can grow more easily. This helps me in addition that if I do not have much capital, I can still earn my profits, I can reinvest them into my business, and I can grow and expand my business. That means if I want that I have a limited amount of capital and I can earn profits, I can accumulate those profits and use for my growth opportunities in life. Fourth point is that profit is seen as a measure of efficiency. That how efficient your business is will lead you to know that how much profits are you earning. That means your profits are directly linked to the measure of efficiency. The person who, the business which is earning more of the profits, we say that this is an efficient business. And if a business is not earning much of profits, that means it is incurring losses, we would say that it is an inefficient business. So it gives you a measure, it gives you a judgment of the performance of the business. The last point is prestige. If you have good business profits, you get a good prestige, or you enjoy a good name, good fame in the organization. It enjoys goodwill, right? So it gives you a you can say prestige, or you can also write that recognition, right? You are able to recognize that business from specific all other businesses. That means the society recognizes you with a certain name. Yes, this is a brand name. Yes, right? So this happens directly from the profits. If you are earning good profits, then only you will be able to recognize more of the business aspects, right? That is all for today in this topic. Thank you so much. Please subscribe to the channel so that you can get the latest videos notification as soon as they are uploaded. Thank you so much.